When I first started the agency, I didn't start. When I first bought the agency and I put in the theatrical division, I went to UCLA so I could learn how to be an agent. Because I went down there, and when I was down there, before I bought the agency, I made an appointment with Nina Blanchard and went in, and I won't tell you what she told me because you can't say that, but it was hysterical. So anyway, I go to UCLA, and there are no books. And in 1979, there was no internet, so there was hardly any way to, do any research. But at UCLA, they had a library, at the school library. And I walked out, there was $600 worth of books. I was with this agent that I had hired, and we were giggling. We were like little teenagers giggling. It was raining, and we're, running to the bus to, make it to the airport in time. And we were so excited that we had books that we could study. We devoured those books in the last, in the following week. We read every single one of those. And now I probably have a library that's probably got 2,000 books.
Wow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And my books have traveled so much. I take them up to my home in Idaho. I bring them back. I think I'm going to take them back to Idaho. No, I need to have them here. It's awful. It's kind of like a pet. It kind of goes with me. And I've read all these books. And, we have Meisner. We have Tom Logan's books. We have, Squire Friedell's written several books. There's an amazing amount of information out there. And if you're an actor and you have not bought a new book on acting in the last month, shame on you. Then you're just playing, which is okay too. But you have to make that decision what you want to do.
Is there any that you recommend for people starting out to start building their library?
Oh, God, yeah. My very favorite book of all times is It's a Freeway Out There. And it was primarily designed for young people. And you don't need to write anything down. It's all on my website. So if you went to my website, Lenz Talent, if you go to lenztalent.com, everything that I'm saying is on there. And if you read that whole website, you would be as smart as me. You'd be as smart as a fifth grader. And I'm not. I can't get any one of those. I have no clue who the heck those fifth graders are. I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Too, yeah.
Unbelievable. But the books like It's a Freeway Out There by Judy Belchie, who's a casting director, it is a remarkable book about, what is a casting director? What's an agent?
Mm-hmm.
What does a manager do?
Mm-hmm.
We need to know what all that, casting directors,
Mm-hmm.
what are they?
We were talking about the importance of knowing the different roles of all the
Definitely.
people in the industry,
Yeah.
who you're going to be in front of, who's representing you, who's doing what.
Okay, casting director. Casting director is paid by the producer.
Mm-hmm.
They do not take money from actors. So they are a W-2 at the end of the year. They're an employee of Paramount, or they're an employee of, Stargate. They're an employee of Scare Tactics. They're an employee of, whatever. So a casting director is hired by the by the production company, and their job is to call every single resource. And that doesn't not necessarily mean just agents, because that's not just where you're going to find your actors. You're going to find them everywhere. You're going to find them in classes. You're going to find them on the street. You're going to find them wherever. Their job is to find that actor, no matter what. And a manager, they're the ones that are managing behind the scenes.
Right.
Their job is not to get you work. Their job is to manage you, to manage your business affairs, your to direct you to the right person to study with, just to be there as your other mommy.
Right.
So, and that's what they do. And typically, yes, your other mom. It's your other mom, or your other daddy. And they're directing you. Now in LA, there's distinct laws that state you cannot be a manager and procure work. That's against the law. The laws in California are very well stated, and they're honed. They've been in business, doing this business for 100 years. So they've got it down. They've got it down to a science.
Is there a lot of gray area here in Vegas for like those type of laws?
Gray matter in this town. Yeah, there are no rules and regulations. Anybody can do anything they want. It's the wild, wild west. And that's only happened in the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to that, it was a very, 15 years. It was very well organized. All the agents knew what they were doing. Everybody respected the distinctions between casting director, between agency, between manager. And we had an enormous amount of work coming out of here. We had 2 series going at the same time. We had a movie a month. The actors were working. And I remember at one point in the agency, when I had 7 agents, we all sat around a great big round desk, and we would be, it looked like Wall Street, screaming at each other, I want Beverly. No, you can't have Beverly. I've got her from 7 to 2. Well, can I have her at 2:15? And we would be doing this, and we'd have actresses and models calling up going, you got to book me out. I'm exhausted. I can't do it anymore. So, and that's what happens when you have a well-organized and a well-developed market. Everybody knows their job. Everybody is working hard. And people are feeling comfortable about coming in here. But if you come into a market where the casting director calls all the agents and they get the same picture from everybody, they don't know who to call. And then you've got agents that are fighting over Isaac, and they don't want to get in the middle of that. They have a project to do. It's a corporation that's been developed for a moment of time. So if you're going to do a movie, they put together an entire corporation that's a book this thick of everything they're doing. It's like putting together, I don't know, Apple. And so, and they run this course for 6 weeks, 10 weeks, whatever. And they have their payrolling department, they have their casting department, they have everything that a large corporation has. They don't have time to have a bunch of little people fighting over something so minor. So why don't they just do the casting in LA? Oh, they do now. Because Las Vegas has lost its mind. So now they don't want to come in here.
Yeah.
So, there's just been too many infighting. So, and there's a few of us that we don't even play that. My people are signed exclusive.
That's what I was just going to ask you, because I know in Vegas you can sign up with
10
agents.
Can't. No, you can't.
You can't?
No, of course. I mean, there are agents that say that, absolutely.
Right.
But that's not a business standard.
Right.
Doesn't make any sense. So I have actors that come in and they sign with me and they go, by the way, there are people out there running around saying this. Are they crazy? I said, well, just look at them like they've got 2 heads and ask them what the hell they're doing. Because it's not a business standard. So you want to ruin an industry, you continue acting a fool.
Yeah.
And that's absurd. What it does is it makes a casting director's job really, really hard to where they actually leave a marketplace. Because they're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to make you as uncomfortable as I can and then beat you up for it.
Right.
Do you want to come back? I don't think so.
Right. So you'd recommend just, like you said earlier, finding that agency that fits you.
That's right.
And then just sticking with them until,
absolutely.
Until maybe you're at that next level.
For commercial theatrical. Okay? We're not talking about promotional girls or the booth bunnies that are, standing there handing out materials and stuff, because that's something that is fun to do. You're a model, you're handing out little materials, and you're talking about, John Deere tractors or, whatever, Apple computers. That's extra work. That's extra jobs. That's the fun stuff.
Right.
But when you get into art, then you're on a different level. You're on a professional level. You're dealing with people that have put together a corporation. They have millions of dollars behind this. They're not going to want to play with people that are not, they don't understand how the industry works.
Right.
They're not going to play. Sorry, I love